Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the SATS Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. What up? DCA to BTC. DCA to BTC all day. What's up? Welcome to the show. If you're new here, we basically buy Bitcoin on the show, hold it forever, move it into our self-custody, and repeat Monday through Friday. Right? Shout out and round of applause from the live studio audience for Carlos Aramillo. What up, Carlos? Did you guys go check out my motorcycle videos yet? Go check it out, boys. What up, Brian? Brian in the house. I'm ready for the pump. Brian, go check out 21moto.com. Okay? And let's go for a ride, bro. Here, I'll put it in the comments for you, Brian. There we go. I don't have a command for it, but that should work. Bam. That Cybertruck was crazy. What up, Carl? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Carl and Brian. Ready for the pump. Getting ready for the Bitcoin pump. All right. All you gotta do to get ready for the Bitcoin pump is the same thing we've been doing for the past year and a half, which is buy Bitcoin on a regular frequency and a regular schedule, set your amount, set your frequency, and just stick to it. Super simple. Super simple. All right, let's jump into the first segment of the show that we like to call... Oh, I missed that. The SATS Strength. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $62,006 and $11.04. Come on. Come on. Okay. Are you waiting for 54? 58? Well, you might get it. It might go down to 60. Right? It might not. Right? Instead of sitting here wasting time thinking about whether it's going to go down or not, we're just going to stack. We're just going to continue to stack as much as we said we're going to stack. $20 each day of the week, Monday through Friday. Simple. Okay? And stay tuned. I'll show you guys the progress so far. Today, you can buy 1,612 Satoshis for a single dollar. What the heck is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents, a Bitcoin is made up of 100 million Satoshis. So when you look at the $62,000 price tag, don't be scared. You don't have to buy the whole Bitcoin all at once. You can buy it in small increments. Once you accumulate 100 million Satoshis, you in essence have a whole Bitcoin, and you'll be way ahead of the game if you can get to that one Bitcoin. Okay? Get to one Bitcoin. If you haven't gotten to one Bitcoin yet, you shouldn't be doing anything else but getting to that one Bitcoin. Okay? All right. On a scale of 1 to 10 to... No, what? I was about to do Pop Top. Saw Brian in here. Brian, you triggered me to do Pop Top. The chat is confusing me. Let's say you're walking down the street minding your own business. You look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day you could have 16.15 Satoshis for a single nice for a single penny. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. So, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay? 16 Satoshis. Dang, that's good. All right. Why we stack? Getting ready for the Bitcoin pump. That's the topic of the show. It's clickbait. Gotcha. No, here we go. Why we stack? Why we stack? All right, boys. It's real basic. Okay. We take the value that we earn from our job, from our businesses, or whatever we're doing to create value, generate value for the stuff we need to live. And we take some of that, the profits, the earnings, the value that we're not going to use immediately, and we save it. We save it in a thing called Bitcoin. Okay, that shields you from the inflation that we're about to go through even worse now, right? When the interest rate drops and the banks are able to lend more and prices continue to inflate as more currency gets created, as more loans get issued, even if there's stimulus, even if there's stimulus, that creates inflation as well. So there's more monetary units get created. That means the existing monetary units that were around before the extra money came to be will lose value over time. Okay, so what can you do to protect yourself? You save in Bitcoin. It's that easy. Okay, the value you save in Bitcoin will continue to maintain that current value, plus the appreciation of the demand on Bitcoin for its premium of shielding you from inflation. And as the value of the dollar plummets against Bitcoin, the value that you set aside in Bitcoin is basically doing the opposite. So you are in essence duplicating or whatever, you're increasing the amount of purchasing power that that value represents that you have saved in Bitcoin. Okay, and it's a difficult concept to grasp. I get it. Let me do a little SATS per good chart. We haven't done this one in a while. SATS per good. Back in October 3rd, 2023, my burrito cost me $13.70. At the price of Bitcoin at that current time, it was 49,603 Satoshis for me to buy that burrito. Today, at the current price of Bitcoin and the same price of the burrito, $13.70, it's only costing me 22,115 Satoshis to buy that same burrito, right? So this tells you that our purchasing power in terms of Bitcoin has more than not doubled. It's gone up 55%. Right? It's gone up 55%. Or I can buy that burrito for half as much value as I could buy it before, right? Even though in terms of dollar, it doesn't seem like the price is going up for that burrito because the price is the same. When you're in that paper money system, you don't see that you're getting boiled like that frog, right? You're getting boiled like the frog because the people that have been saving their value outside of the fiat money system in Bitcoin are now able to buy 50% more things than you because not you specifically, but then the people that weren't saving in Bitcoin, right? So you buy the stuff you got to buy in cash, whatever, in paper money. A lot of people don't accept Bitcoin. That's fine. I get it. It's not a currency yet that we can use day to day, and you wouldn't use it day to day, right? Would you go to the Starbucks and pay in gold for a cup of coffee when you know that gold is going to be worth more in the future, right? Well, Bitcoin appreciates faster than gold. It's more scarce, and you wouldn't want to pay for a coffee with that, right? It doesn't make sense. So use it as your treasury reserve, how you reserve the value of your long-term savings. And when you do that, those long-term savings become stronger over time, the longer you hold it. Brian says, I just saw a Bitcoin machine in the Costco Carmel. No way. That's cool. All right. We must go find that machine. Carmel Mountain. Oh, that's not far from here. Carmel Mountain Bitcoin machine. We have to go over there and check it out. Do you know if you can withdraw from that, Brian? I mean, I pay the lady at the coffee shop with BTC because that's her way of stacking. Yeah, exactly. And when she wants to sell, she sells them back to me. Oh, that's perfect. That's cool, Carlos. That's a good way to do it. You're basically creating you're the bank. You're creating a little bank. All right, so that is let's look back at what is it? Oh, look at that. Bread is finally in 4 digits, right? No, is it? Yeah, it is. It is in 4 digits. So my bread used to cost me 16,413 Satoshis to buy a loaf of bread. Now it costs me 7,903 Satoshis to buy a loaf of bread. That's less than half off, right? More than half off. So with more than half off on that same thing that I always bought, exactly. It's wild. It's wild. So anyway, that's why we stack. And the short version of why we stack is as follows. We save in Bitcoin because saving in Bitcoin is like discovering a time machine, getting in it, traveling back in time to give yourself a continuously increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked for as long as you hold the Bitcoin that represents those hours. Short and sweet, direct to the point. If that statement doesn't make sense to you, you need to read the Bitcoin Standard. You need to watch Michael Saylor's 2023 BTC Prague presentation, and that'll give you a good kick in the butt to realize that if you're not saving in Bitcoin, you're slacking. If you're not stacking, you're slacking. All right. What up, McLovin in the house? Round of applause from the live studio audience for McLovin. That's right, Carl. We ride that Grom. Every time I ride the Grom, I stack 21 cents per mile into Bitcoin because that's what I would be spending. That's how much more I would be spending in gas if I drove my truck. So the truck is now relegated to family outings and outings where I have to carry a bunch of stuff like my kayak or whatever. Everything else, I'm doing it. I'm trying to use the Grom as much as possible because when I use the Grom instead of my truck, I'm saving, and that saving goes right into Bitcoin. So it's like a game to me. Anyway. You know how I do it, guys. I made a whole nother spreadsheet for it. I'm tracking those miles. I'm tracking the earnings, and we'll see if how that works out. I think of it as kind of like you do like when you're mining Bitcoin. You're mining it, and yeah, it's a family adventure machine. Cool. All right. So that said, that is why we stack. The next order of business is, of course, to check out the stack so far for the week. So let's do that. Let's jump into the stack recap. All right, McLovin, do you like motorcycles? Do you like Bitcoin? Check out 21moto.com and watch me pay for my motorcycle with gas savings by riding it and using those gas savings to buy Bitcoin. 21moto.com. Woo! I like that. On the spot. All right. So today we have our there it is. For 2024, oh yes, baby. Even though the price of Bitcoin is down right now a little bit, we are still at 10% gains for 2024. If you would have started stacking with us from the beginning of the show and just stuck to your regular DCA, you would also be up 10%. Since the beginning of the show back in May 22nd, 2023, Pizza Day actually, our show has accumulated about 0.2702171 Bitcoin. And from the beginning of the show, we're up about 44% on those savings. So instead of having a savings of $46,158 that would have been debased by now, we have a savings of $61,000. No, sorry. What am I talking about? Here it is. Well, I was like, wow, that seems like a lot. Okay, instead of having a savings of $8,161, those savings have turned into $11,796. Okay, as of now, but we're not gonna sell it because selling it would be a mistake. Okay, it's gonna keep going up in value as more and more people understand that they're getting debased. The money's stealing from you, and more people are gonna want to get into it. And that, anyway, we'll talk about that later. Let's keep the show rolling. Okay. Yeah, so that's the stack recap. And let's see, what's this one? Yeah, that's a stack recap. All right. I have the hang on a second. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I'm gonna start adding it to the show here so I can show you guys the Grom spreadsheet. Why not? Let's add it to the show. Make it something fun. Okay. The Grom spreadsheet. Here it is. Here's some of the miles I put on the Grom so far. And here is how much Bitcoin I bought Oh, I don't have the actual miles here, but anyway, just know that these numbers are coming from how many miles I've used the Grom so far. So for every mile I ride the Grom, I'm saving 0.21 Bitcoin. Sorry, 0.21 cent. Sorry, I'm saving 21 cents of USD into Bitcoin at whatever price it is at that time when I'm done riding the bike. So I get home, I check the mileage, I subtract the mileage that I started with from the mileage where it's currently at, and I times that by 0.21, and then I buy that much Bitcoin. Okay, so far, our first buy on the 20th, we're up, right? That's cool. This buy we're down, and yesterday's buy we are down a little bit, but it's all good. Same thing. Overall, we're up about 0.19% on the savings that we're getting from riding the Grom instead of commuting with the truck. So not only am I going to save money by riding the Grom because it has more miles per gallon, but I'm also going to like boost that savings by keeping that savings in Bitcoin instead of keeping it in cash, or just spending it somehow, right? So that is a stack recap. Like I said, today the price of Bitcoin is right now it's $61,590 or so, $61,300. It's getting a little bit of a dip. So we're gonna luck out today and buy some SATs here on the local low for the second day in a row, which is fantastic. So let's cue that episode. Now that we know how much Bitcoin we're gonna buy, we're gonna buy $20 worth of Bitcoin right now, live during the stream. So here we go. There's only one thing left to do now that we know how much to buy, and that is it's time to stack some SATs. Let's go. Yeah. Woo. I cracked myself up, guys. Hope you guys are having a blast. Hope you guys are having a good Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday, baby. How many of you guys having tacos? Let me know. I need to know. Stack SATs, eat tacos. Oh, I like that one. I want to make a shirt. If I made a shirt for the Stack SATs show that said Stack SATs, eat tacos, or Stacko Tuesdays. Here we go. I better get this buy-in before the price comes back up. It's dipping. Get it while it's coming down, guys. Always buy. $20 worth of Bitcoin is queued up over on Strike. Bam. Here we go. Cut the music. Drum roll, please. Confirm. Beep bop, boop bop, beep bop, boop. Had tacos for lunch. Ooh, nice. There it is. Just like that, we've stacked some SATs, and when we stack, we chill. Oh man, I feel like a DJ up here. Let's update the spreadsheet with today's buy. All right, I'm like, I feel like I'm on point, guys. I'm like, the show is flowing. Guys, if you haven't heard the news, Simply Bitcoin got banned from YouTube for whatever reason. I think it's a total rug pull, totally messed up. Terrible that they got banned. So if you're a Simply Bitcoin watcher and you're wondering what the heck happened, where have they gone? They're actually streaming on Rumble and X at the same time, 5 days a week. So make sure if you're watching those guys, go over there and subscribe on Rumble or figure out a way you can watch them, because it's a great show, and it's terrible that YouTube would do something like that. It's so lame. So until they do that to us, sucks. That sucks, dude. If they do that to me, I'm like, anyway, all the hard work. These guys were putting in work for like 8 years. No, 4 or 6 years. I forget what it was. 4 or 6 years putting in like blood, sweat, and tears, creating episodes about Bitcoin, like on the regular, guys, going to conventions and putting in like just long hours, because it's not easy to make content, right? And to be that consistent where you don't miss a day unless it's like a super emergency, that's a ton of work that they just got basically stolen, dude. It sucks. So it makes me a little bit scared about losing this channel. But man, it's so lame. It's disappointing. It's disappointing. It's like disheartening. But that's what they want. They want you to stop making Bitcoin content and letting people know what's really going on. So we gotta go support those guys. Make sure that even if you can't watch live, like I can't watch live, so I go watch the replay. I never used Rumble before, guys. And I think it was Friday. I was on the show watching it live when it happened. They got banned, and I was like, "What the heck's going on?" Anyway, I went and signed up for Rumble, and that's like the only thing I watch on Rumble. I go over there and watch the replays. So anyway, just again, a real quick shout out for Simply Bitcoin. Make sure you guys go follow those guys if you haven't already. And if you're an existing fan, that's what happened. They didn't just stop doing shows; they got banned on YouTube. Super lame. It's such a lame thing to do, because if that's the main way you communicate with your audience, all of a sudden somebody just pulls a plug and that's it. Your audience is gone. Like there's no way for you to communicate with them anymore, right? That's so crazy. Yeah, it's a bit clunky, but you know what I mean. It's so crappy. It is. It's terrible. But let's talk about that a little bit more during the Q&A section. That's why it's important. If that were to happen to us here on the show, most of you guys are on our Discord server, so that's what I'll probably do. If we get taken down, we'll be in Discord, and I'll let you guys know where I'll be streaming next. But yeah, it's wild, right? So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm over here trying to figure out creative ways to pique the interest of people to even look into Bitcoin, to just like give it a shot, you know, just look into it a little bit. You know, if you can do 30, if you can do that 20 or if you can do that 20 minute, I think it's 20 or 30 minutes. If you can do that 30 minute Michael Saylor BTC Prague presentation, the 2023 one, man, that's like I think everybody should watch that. And then that'll get you get you to get you a little bit interested in even looking into it more, right? Because I think a lot of people don't understand the problem, so there's no point in presenting the solution, right? Like if you don't understand how inflation is stealing from you, if that statement doesn't make sense to you, then you're not going to understand Bitcoin, right? Because you don't understand the problem, and therefore the solution will make sense, right? So if you're new here, welcome. If you have any questions, this is a beginner friendly show, so I encourage you to ask in the comments. All you gotta do to ask in the comments is you gotta subscribe and be subscribed for a minute. So that's not a hard barrier to cross. Subscribe, ask whatever questions you have. If you're new to Bitcoin, if you don't understand how it works, if you want to understand how mining works, if you want to understand how or where to buy Bitcoin, what's a safe way to do it, if you want to understand what you should do once you buy Bitcoin, you should take self-custody of your coin. What does that mean? I can explain all that stuff to you. All you gotta do is ask the question. Okay, I'm here for that. That's my goal here, is to help new people understand what Bitcoin is, how to operate in it, and why they should be saving in it. Okay. If you're watching the replay because you can't watch live, then go ahead and leave a comment with your question. I will answer your question on the next episode or on one of the next few episodes following your comment. If it's something simple, most of the time I can just answer it in the comments for you. I'll reply to that. But if it's not, then I'll take me a little time, and I'll do a little bit of research, and I'll explain it in a whole episode for you that you can come back and rewatch. Okay, so very cool. Roman, the Grom is only 124 cc's. It doesn't have enough power. Yeah, it doesn't. But it doesn't have enough power, McLovin. But that's kind of the draw for it. That's kind of the fun part. It sounds weird, right? It sounds weird. It's like if I get fully tucked in and a little bit of a downhill slope, I can get it to 65 miles per hour. Okay. So the fun part is when you're getting to like between 0 to, yeah, it's too small for freeways. Yeah. When you get from 0 to like 45, it's like bam, bam, bam. So you're shifting through all the gears. It's a 5-gear transmission. So you're like basically riding this thing at its max, but you're still only going so fast. So it doesn't feel dangerous, you know? I suspect it's more powerful than, I mean, it's fast enough to get around the city streets and have fun. Yes, exactly. So I'm pushing it a little bit with my application of it because there's a stretch of road that I commute to for jiu-jitsu that goes like next to the Navy base. And I think the top limit there is 65. Okay. But it's a 2-laner. Oh, it's 2 lanes each direction. So I'm comfortable driving on it because I can get to like about 62, 63 on a good day. And so, and there's not that much traffic on there because you could just take the freeway if you want to go really fast, right? So the people that are on that road are like either on the way to the military base or maybe like a local construction company or something, right? So not that many cars whizzing by on that one. So I can get away with it. And part of the fun is figuring out new ways to get to your destination that that do not require freeways. You really get to know your city. Anyway, it's a fun little bike so far. I'm having a blast, and I'm having fun retrofitting all of my kayak fishing camera gear. I have so much stuff for my kayak fishing videos that I'm able to get away with setting it up on the bike in a similar way. I'll have all the mounts and everything, so it's not. I'm not having to go out and buy a bunch of extra stuff to mount cameras and stuff on my bike, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, that is the SATS Show Tuesday, August 27th edition. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let's get this music kicked off. There it is. Just like that. Another one is in the bag. Stacking SATS, stacking episodes. Be back here tomorrow for Wednesday's episode. Somebody said something yesterday that I forgot towards the end. Oh yeah, I make videos. Yeah, I'm gonna make a kayak fishing videos and YouTube videos, I guess, right? That's what Carl was referring to yesterday. I saw it towards the end after I already got off. All right, guys, have a great rest of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the SATS Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Later.